Welcome, foolish mortals. There's no turning back now.
That's right. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the Disney Life Happy Wife podcast. I am your host, Kristen. This is the podcast where we talk about all things Disney. Disney movies, Disney parks, Disney travel, Disney toys, Disney news, everything. If it's Disney related, you know I'm going to talk about it. And you know me, if it's a Disney life, then I'm a happy wife. Hence, the title of the podcast. So on today's episode, it's a long-awaited episode. I've been talking about doing this for a while, and it's been, I guess, challenging to get my guest for today to pin her down. She's a very active, almost 7-year-old, so it's very tricky to pin her down to get her to record with me. So if you know what I'm talking about just by that, you know what episode this is. Today, I have Emily on the podcast, and she and I are talking about 3 new Disney movies. 2 of them came out in spring, summer of 2021, and one just recently came out. We're going to be talking about Raya and the Last Dragon, Luca, and Encanto. So you get to hear all about what Emily thinks about those movies, which ones she likes the best and what she likes about them and all of that kind of stuff. So without further ado, let's get into our review, mine and Emily's reviews of Raya and the Last Dragon, Luca, and Encanto. Okay, so we're talking today about some movies that we've seen.
Yeah.
We saw a couple over the summer. Was it the summer?
I feel like it was through the spring.
Was it spring? Summer?
Spring or fall. Spring or through fall.
Okay. I don't think it was fall. And then the other one was the past few weeks, right?
Yeah. The other one was
okay. So we're doing some movie reviews today, and with Emily.
3 movies.
About 3 Disney movies, relatively new Disney movies. Mm-hmm. 2 of them came out spring, summer, and one of them just came out recently. So which one do you want to talk about first?
I want to talk about the new movie Encanto.
Encanto? Okay. So we just saw that. Emily and I were lucky enough to get tickets to see that on opening day, which was the day before Thanksgiving. And
wait, it was?
Yeah, it was the day before Thanksgiving. So Emily didn't know. Emily had the day off from school. So we went
24th.
to go. Was it the 24th?
Yeah, I feel like it was the 24th.
Oh, okay. It was because that's right, because the 25th was Thanksgiving, and that's Auntie Laura and Olivia and Uncle Rocco's birthday.
Wait, even Olivia's?
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So we went and we saw Encanto on opening day. So what did you think of it, Em?
I liked it.
Yeah?
And it's all about this family, and they had gifts, and this girl named Maribel had no gift.
She did not have a gift.
And
okay, so what do you mean
figured out
for people that may not know what the gift is? What did they have, a present? What was the gift?
The gift was they get special powers. So there was this little boy, and he got a power, and it was animals because he likes animals.
So what? So he could talk to animals, or he could communicate with animals?
Yeah, I think he could communicate with animals.
Cool. So they all had different powers like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else? So Maribel did not get any gift. She didn't have a gift. So what happens?
And her sisters, they started losing their gift after a couple days or hours, and Maribel, her house started to fall.
Oh, yeah? And
then rebuilt it.
And they rebuilt it?
Yeah, so they had these knobs that had the start of their name in it, and this first letter of their names, and that was the doorknob to their door.
Was that to their room?
Yeah, to their room.
Okay.
and she just had a regular old room, but it just wasn't a regular old room. Her house could like move around. The windows could go up and down. The floor could jingle all over the place.
But like her sisters and her cousins, they all had special rooms, right?
Yeah, they all had special rooms, like
To do with their powers or their gifts.
One of Maribel's sisters, her gift was flowers, and her room was filled with flowers. Like the floor had flowers everywhere.
Yep. Well, that's cool. So what was your favorite part of the movie?
Probably that it's kind of funny.
So, like, what was your favorite part of the movie itself? Like a certain scene or certain thing that happened in the movie.
So this guy named Bruno. I like how he had little rats like entertaining him.
So the rats were his friends. So Bruno was Mirabelle's uncle, and he was kind of an outcast from the family because he had a special gift where he could see into the future, and he saw something and he thought it was really bad, and he kind of disappeared, and nobody really knew where he went, and they were kind of saying that he wasn't a great guy, and Mirabelle finds him.
And he has this little secret place through the walls. And these little rats, he didn't have a TV, so he had these little rats that would entertain him. Oh, yeah. So they had these little cardboard scenes.
And they'd put their heads through a little hole, so they were like doing the scenes.
Yeah, so they were like doing the scenes, and they were like...
That was pretty cool. So who was your... So, from all of the characters in the movie, who was your favorite character from Encanto? So there's Maribel, and her sisters are Isabella and Luisa?
I think it's Isabella.
Okay.
And Lisa. So I like
Luisa.
Luisa.
Yeah.
And I like her sister Isabella because she's really pretty.
Because she's really pretty. And she's the one with the flower power,
yeah,
right?
She's the one with the flower powers. And
cool.
And Isa is the one that's super strong.
That's Luisa. Luisa is the one that's really strong.
And I like that she can hold up the donkeys. How she was holding.
Is that another one of your favorite parts? That she's holding up a whole bunch of donkeys.
Yeah, she's holding up like a whole bunch of donkeys.
So who's your So we know who your favorite is. Who is your least favorite?
So my least favorite would have to be. So I think Bruno's kind of nice, but my least favorite is actually Bruno.
So your least favorite is Bruno?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of his eyes, how they glow green, it's creepy.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. I was like,
oh yeah. his eyes kind of glow when he's telling the future.
Yeah, when he's seeing the future, so it creeps me out.
Yeah. Okay. So
who's your favorite character, Mom?
My favorite character? I would probably have to say Mirabelle is probably my favorite character.
Who's your least favorite character?
My least favorite character? I'd have to say my least favorite character is her grandmother.
Because her grandmother isn't so nice.
I don't think she's that nice to Mirabelle, so
she's only really nice to her sisters. And I don't know why.
She's only super nice to
her sisters.
People in the family that have the gifts and stuff like that. Yeah, I think
that's why.
Maybe.
I think that's why.
Okay. Did you have a favorite song? I know you may not know the titles and stuff to them, but
I don't really have a favorite.
Don't have a favorite song?
Because some of them are mostly just sad.
They're sad? You think they're sad?
Most of them, they're just sad.
I like the song in the beginning when Mirabelle comes out and she's telling the kids a story about her family.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite.
She's telling them all about their the members of her family. I like that one.
Yeah, I think I like that one the most. The rest of them, they're just sad.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so do you think this movie is scary? Do you think it's funny? Do you think
I think it's kind of funny yet
Do you think it's
sad?
funny but
Because
sad?
there's a lot of sad parts in it.
Okay.
And I also think it's a little creepy because some of the parts can be kind of creepy.
Oh, with Bruno when he's telling the future.
Yeah, like
Okay.
there's
Do you
green
think
stuff
it's
going
okay for little kids to watch?
everywhere.
I mean, you're just about 7.
I'm just about 7, but that's still a little. So I think it's okay for like a bit older kids, like 4-year-old kids, maybe.
So kid, you
But
think
not like 1-year-olds.
So you think kids that are like in
in
preschool and stuff like that,
kids
they'd be
like
okay?
in preschool would be okay for them to watch.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. All right. So that is. Do you want to say anything else about Encanto?
No.
No. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. So which one do you want to talk about next?
Luca.
Luca. Okay. Tell me about Luca.
Okay, so can I tell them that? Okay, so there's this boy named Luca, and he lives in the sea. He's actually a sea monster, half human, half sea monster. So his family's telling him he can't go up to the shore, but he does anyways, because this like creepy guy that he knows comes, and he doesn't want to stay. He wants to go.
Mm-hmm.
So Luca goes to the shore. He meets this one named Alberto. He's like the same one, but with a different hairstyle. And
So
different
he's
clothes.
a sea monster, just like
he's
Luca.
a sea monster, just like Luca.
So they are sea monsters, but when they come out of the water and they dry off, they become human.
Yeah. So
or they look like humans, I should say.
Yeah.
They don't become human.
So Luca has trouble walking because he's mostly swimming.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Well, because he's never walked on land before.
Yeah, because he's never walked on land. It's the first time he came to land.
Mm-hmm.
And his mom and dad never found him until they were like, everybody's like starting calling him Luca. So everybody's like, so his parents are like, Luca, come back. And he was like, no.
Okay. So what else? So what else happens? So Luca meets Alberto, and what happens to them after that?
They meet this girl named Julia,
Okay.
and there's this festival where you have to do a bunch of like things in it. And once Julia like threw up in one of those, and people are starting to call her Spulia.
Oh, well, that's not nice.
Yeah, that's not nice. Mama, do you want to say anything about the movie?
Well, you tell me about the movie.
So
I want to know what you think about the movie.
my favorite character in the movie would be... Well, I like Luca, but I like Alberto, but I also like Julia. I'm going to have to say Julia.
Okay.
Who's your favorite character, Mama?
My favorite character, I'd probably say Luca.
Luca?
Yeah, he's probably my favorite. Who's your least favorite character?
This might be kind of weird. I think my least favorite character is Alberto, because he can be kind of dramatic to me.
Alberto can be dramatic.
To me.
To you? Okay.
Yeah, to me, he can be a little dramatic.
Okay. Well, that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens to Julia and Luca and Alberto?
So and Julia was telling Luca all about school, and at the end of the movie, those two go to school, and Alberto's stuck there. So
Is he stuck there, or does he want to stay there?
He wants to stay there.
Okay, so he's not stuck.
So Julia's dad doesn't go with them. He stays there until they get back.
Yeah. So Julia goes to a school that's kind of like a boarding school. So she travels to this school and stays there until it's like holidays or something, and then she goes home.
Yeah.
Right?
So Alberto stays there and doesn't go with them. So
he stays in the village where they live. Okay.
And there are these shorts of Luke with just Alberto and Julia's dad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I really remember.
Okay. It was a while ago since you've seen that movie.
Yeah, it was a while.
So what would you say, about little kids seeing that movie? Is it scary at all?
I would say probably the same thing I said, like a bit older ones that are in preschool.
So like preschool age and up?
Because like 2-year-olds would get maybe a little freaked out that they're sea monsters, but I wouldn't get freaked out because they're nice.
Yeah.
But I would still recommend them not to watch it if you have a 1-year-old.
Okay.
Anywhere.
All right. So do you want to say anything else about Luca? Did you like it? Would you watch it again?
I would watch it again, but sometimes I just want to watch shows because shows are a bit shorter.
Okay, because shows are shorter. Okay, so so they also have they just came out with the
older
the shorts Ciao Alberto. So, and I think there's only one that we've seen. So there's only one of them so far. Did you like that one?
Episode so far. Yeah, but sometimes I'm like, why is Alberto staying there? I think Alberto would do really good just going to school with them, because Alberto really, I think, should learn more.
So in the shorts, Ciao Alberto, I guess Luca is writing letters to Alberto, and Alberto is telling Luca in his letters all about his life back in the village. So so I think that's pretty cool that they did the shorts from that movie. What do you think? You like them? Do you like it so far?
I like it so far.
Yeah.
And I want to see what they come up with next. Maybe it's like a holiday and
that would be cool.
And Julia are back.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about Encanto and we talked about Luca. Oh, so I asked you about Luca if you would watch it again. What about Encanto? Would you watch that one again?
If it didn't come up with the short we saw, before we saw the movie, there was this short with little raccoons.
Oh yeah,
and one got scraped in the nose.
Yeah.
And one got scraped on the eye by this wolf.
Yeah.
Then when the baby grows up to be a mama.
So as long as that wasn't there, you think you'd be okay?
Yeah, as long as it's not there, that short isn't there, I would be okay with watching it again.
Okay. So you would see Encanto again if you didn't have to watch that part. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we talked about Encanto and we talked about Luca. So what's the other one we're going to talk about?
So the oldest movie that's kind of new is Raya.
Raya and the Last Dragon. Mm-hmm. Okay. So do you want to tell us about Raya and the Last Dragon? What it's about?
Raya and the Last Dragon is about this girl that has to she thinks that there is one last dragon. This other little girl, she's pretending to be Raya's friend. And then she doesn't believe that there's a last dragon. So I think that girl's not so nice because she also fights Raya a lot.
Okay.
And this dragon's name is Sisu.
Sisu is the name of the dragon?
Yes.
The last dragon?
The last dragon. So the end of the movie, actually all the dragons come. All the dragons come from being stone. Mm-hmm. So they're little purple fire-looking things. They were making everything and everyone to stone.
Okay.
And they made all of Sisu's brothers and sisters and mom and dad to stone. Mm-hmm. So that's what I like about. That's what I want to say for now. Mama,
okay.
What do you want to say?
So Raya and the Last Dragon is about this land called Kumandra. And it's where people and dragons live together in harmony. And then there's this monster called the Droon that comes about, and it's turning people into stone, and the dragons try to fight it off, and it ends up that only there's, I guess, like one.
Yeah, there's only
one last dragon. And then when she disappears, she uses their powers to fight off the Darun. And when she disappears after the big fight,
this gem comes along.
She leaves a gem that has the powers, and the kingdom of Kumandra kind of splits into different, I guess we'll say, villages within the kingdom.
Yeah.
And they're different, I guess, parts of a dragon. There's Heart and I can't remember. Heart and
I think that is one that starts with a T. So it all starts with Kumandra, and then with the gem and part of it, they were all fighting for the gem because her dad pretends to be someone different, and Raya's training to fight someone if she ever has to. And then the whole other ones come and they try to steal the gem, and they go pieces everywhere, and it falls on the ground, and it splits to pieces, and then there's only a couple pieces left.
So the gem falls to the ground and breaks into like 5 different pieces. And when it does that, each of the little kingdoms, I guess, within the one kingdom, they all get a piece. And then Raya ends up going and trying to get all of the pieces to bring it all back together to fight off the Darun and to, reconnect the whole kingdom. She makes friends along the way, her and the last dragon, Sisu.
Yeah.
Who kind of takes on her brothers and sisters' powers that come from that gem. And Sisu teaches Raya and the others a really good lesson about trusting each other and kind of believing in yourself along the way and believing in others. So it's a really great message about, even though you might be different from other people, you can still trust them, and you should trust people instead of not having any trust in them.
So this girl that Raya has to fight,
Namari,
she fights off her, and she so Sisu has this plan to defeat her, but it's really like just becoming friends with her.
Yeah, instead of fighting, she wants to just be friends. And
yeah, and then she's like giving Namari a present, and she's like, "Let's be friends."
Yeah,
and then they're like,
"That's her answer. That's Sisu's answer to everything is to
just be friends.
Walk into the kingdom, and instead of just taking the piece of the gem or fighting with somebody, she wants to just be friends. So who's your favorite character from Raya?
I like Sisu.
Sisu's my favorite character.
I like the little monkey, monkey
monkeys?
with the short hat.
Oh yeah, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
So who is your least favorite character?
Probably Namari's mom.
Namari's mom? Yeah, she's not so nice. Probably the Darun is my least favorite character.
It's not really a character.
No,
it's more of a thing.
Yeah.
In the movie.
I mean, I don't think Namari and her mom weren't being very nice either.
I think Namari just learns her lesson at the end of the movie.
Yeah, she definitely does.
She definitely learns her lesson when all the dragons come back. I think that's the only thing she wanted to happen, is have all the dragons come back.
I think you're right.
And then they just have this whole one big kingdom. Mm-hmm. And I think she just wants to get the whole kingdoms back together. Yeah. Just as one big kingdom again. Mm-hmm. She just gets really angry so much she hates Raya.
Okay. Well then. So what do you think about this movie? Do you think it's a scary movie? Do you think it's
I think it's a little
fun?
bit of a scary movie, but I also think it's fun because of Sisu.
Because of Sisu?
She makes it all fun.
Yeah. Do you think it'd be a good movie for little kids to see, or do you think you need to be a little bit older?
Maybe like 6 or around 7 or 5 or 4, but maybe not like 3.
Do you think like the same as
1.
Encanto and Luca,
Yeah,
same age range?
Same around there,
Okay.
but a bit older.
Maybe
like
a little bit
5,
older?
4, 6, and 7.
Okay.
To be able to watch it, because it can be a really scary movie. There can be like fights, so I would recommend not little kids.
Oh, for the fighting and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You think that might be a bit scary?
Yeah, that might be a little bit scary. It was even scary for me.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
A little scary for me.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. So, do you want to say anything else about Raya and the Last Dragon?
Well, I think it's fun, and yeah, I would definitely say that my least favorite character would always have to be the Droon. I think our Namari's mom also learns her lesson at the end of the movie, because she's like, oh, all the dragons came back. I feel like I did the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like all the bad guys just learn their lesson at the end of the movie.
They all learn their lesson.
Yeah, because all the dragons come back, and I think they just got angry that all the kingdoms split up and they wanted to be in one big kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, okay then. So that was the 3 movies, the 3 newest Disney movies, I guess we'll say. Newest Disney cartoons? Animated movies, I guess?
I think they're cartoons.
Animated?
Yeah, they're cartoons.
So those are the 3 newest that we've seen. So yeah, out of the 3 of them, which one would you pick as your favorite?
I would choose Encanto. I would choose Encanto as my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I think out of the 3 of them, I'd pick Encanto as my favorite too.
Yeah.
I think really close. Encanto and Raya would be really close for me.
For Encanto,
because I really liked Raya.
Encanto and Luca would be really close for me.
Yeah, you liked Luca more than Raya?
I like Luca a lot, but because there's not too many bad parts. There's not too many sad or mad parts.
Okay. Well, cool. All right. Well, thanks, Thanks for being on the podcast and talking about these movies with me. I appreciate it. Do you want to say anything else?
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Well, there you have it, everybody. How cute is she? I love having Emily on my podcast. I love listening to her talk about the movies that we see or the things that we do, and having her tell you guys what she thinks. She's so cute, and she's getting so good at describing movies and stuff like that. Sorry if Encanto was a little bit more in depth than Luca and Raya. We saw Luca and Raya I say a long time ago, but I mean, it's been months since we've seen those movies. Since we first saw those movies, I should say, because we've watched them since. But it doesn't kind of stick as much as Encanto, which we just saw a couple of weeks ago, which all 3 movies are great movies. I highly recommend them all. Definitely go see them. They all have different vibes, so it's not like you're seeing the same thing every time. So definitely go see them. If you're looking for something that's, I think, a little bit more upbeat and a bit different, I would say definitely see Luca. Raya is definitely more action-packed. So if you like kind of more of an action movie, I would say see Raya and the Last Dragon. And if you're looking for one that's going to make you feel all the feels, and you're looking for some music, you want to be dancing a bit, definitely go see Encanto. The music and the vibe of that whole movie is amazing. So definitely go see all 3 of the movies. Go see all of them. They're really wonderful. Disney did a great job with those. So definitely go see them. If I had to pick, I think I already said this, but if I had to pick my favorite out of the 3 of them, I would definitely pick Encanto. I'm always kind of more of a musical movie fan. So I would definitely say that. I think the music was really well done. And it's not just because I'm going to butcher his name. I always do. Lin-Manuel Miranda, who wrote In the Heights and Hamilton. He also did the music for Moana. I just think he's brilliant. And he did the music for Encanto, or he helped with the music for Encanto. So I'm not just saying that I like that because I think he's brilliant. But I loved this movie. I thought it was really great. So out of the three of them, my top favorite is Encanto. So I'd say Encanto and then Raya and then Luca. All three are really great. I think you should go see them all. They're definitely movies that I would watch over and over again. So, but you've heard now what I think. You've heard what Emily thinks. So now it's time for what you think. So go watch those movies and feel free to shoot me a message, an email, a DM, whatever, and let me know what you think. Let me know which of the movies you liked the best, what you liked about each of them, what you didn't like, because I would love to know. And I would gladly share that on the podcast and let everybody else know what you guys thought too. So how do you do that? How do you send me a message? I am on social media. So head over to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm on there on Instagram and Facebook. It is at Disney Life Happy Wife Podcast, all one word. Disney Life Happy Wife Podcast, one word. It's kind of long. On Twitter, I am at DLHW Podcast. You can shoot me an email at dlhwpodcast@gmail.com. Where can you listen? Well, you can listen anywhere that you can listen to podcasts, really. I am on Apple Podcasts. I'm on Spotify. I am on Amazon Music. I'm on Pandora, iHeartRadio. You name it, I'm there. So feel free to listen, where you're listening now, but also where wherever else you can listen. So feel free to listen anywhere. So thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to listen. Hopefully, listening to the podcast has made your day even that much better. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the time out to listen. I love doing this. I love bringing my love of Disney movies to you guys. And I'm so thankful that I get the chance to do this. So once you're done listening to this episode, go and subscribe and follow along with me on social media, like all of that good stuff. Give me a review, everything, do all the good stuff, and I would love that. So also, I am starting up a YouTube channel. So this is probably going to be the last episode where it's going to be an audio only. Starting with next week, I'm going to record a video as well as doing just audio for the podcast. So it's going to be the podcast wherever you can listen to podcasts, but also you'll be able to see me on YouTube as well. So you can hear all of the past episodes, this one and all of my past episodes. You'll be able to hear them on YouTube. They're videos, but they're audio only videos. And starting next week, you'll be able to actually see my face as I talk, which will be interesting because I've never done that. So it'll be something new for you and new for me. So that's great. And like I've done in the past, I have talked about some other podcasts and other great things for you guys to listen to and see that's Disney related. So I know last week I threw out there this great podcast that I absolutely love. It is the Disney Underground. They are amazing. They are probably my favorite Disney podcast. So definitely go check them out. Definitely listen to their podcast. They also have a YouTube channel as well. Check out the Florida Park Explorers. They've got a YouTube channel, which is great. And they are starting out this amazing new network with a bunch of other podcasts and YouTubers as well, which I am actually going to be a part of. So I can't wait to tell you guys more about that and have you guys come watch and listen and follow along with all of us there. So check them out after you're done listening to this episode, and let me know what you think of them too. You know, if you think they're great, let me know and I'll let them know. Okay? So again, thank you, everybody. And yeah, I just can't thank you enough for listening and for following along with my love of Disney. So thank you, everybody. I will see you next week, and have a magical rest of your week, everybody.
Now I and a ghost will follow you home.